You know, there becomes a time in a man's life when you open the drawers of your toolbox and you realize you just hate everything. I've gotten to this point. Now, I don't hate everything in this toolbox. I really, there's some pretty good tools in here. But, I mean, it's all, consumer, prosumer grade type tools for the most part. But they serve me very well. There's also a couple tidbits of some snap-on stuff and other crap too, but it's, not too bad. But the one part that just absolutely grinds my gears, I hate it, is everything in this drawer I just absolutely despise. Of course, except this. This, I like this, and I like that. That's good. Everything else in here is just absolute junk. This is just junk because it's old and screwed up. Okay, never mind. I just hate everything here. Just Chinese, cheap tools. This guy here, these are always awful. I hate these types of water pump pliers. You can see I've the pin snapped and I've had to replace it with just a bolt and a nut. This fucking thing hurts me every time I use it. Every time I use it, this thing slips in some way and ends up smashing my fingers into each other or causes me to bleed. I absolutely despise this. The Linesman Pliers, I mean, they're Linesman Pliers. I mean, they work. I mean, there's not a huge problem with them. They're just cheap. They don't really cut wire that well. They're pretty loosey-goosey. They don't line up very well either. So, I don't know. The old needle nose, they just weren't very good to begin with, but yeah, the tips on those snap off real easy. As well as, side cutters, or I should say wire cutters and side cutters that don't really cut wire that well. They're just not very sharp. They just don't really, they do their job, but they don't do their job well. They just do their job acceptably. Anyway, it's time to upgrade so I can be happier. So, we have the king of pliers. We have a new set of proper tools from Man. And then I won't have to yell at that drawer every time I have to open it and realize that the tool I'm going to get is going to be crap. We have a whole new set. Actually, this is not the full set. I have to do this in stages because of how much money this crap is. I need to do it in stages. So this is like stage 1 of like stuff that I really just kind of need right now. We've got some real nice Linesman Pliers. I've used these before at work years ago, and I just absolutely love them. This is like an unboxing. These are ordered direct, by the way. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Knipex, Germany. Look at that. Lines up absolutely perfect. The pin is absolutely beautiful. Machining is just wonderful. The feel, it's just amazing. And of course, it's got a little bit of a wire crimper. It's got your puller for when you do, your fish tape and stuff like that. Absolutely beautiful. What else we got here? Oh shit, my table's too dirty. I can't put these tools on this table. Got myself a nice set of extra long needle nose pliers. I always borrow these from other people, and I'm kind of sick and tired of doing that. So I got myself a pair of these. Fancy schmancy, very nice. Focus. Come on. Focus. There you go. Yes, very nice. What else we got here? I think I know what these ones are. These are fantastic. Oh, yes. So, I'll just rip this bag. These are bags open garbage anyway. So this is like a spring-loaded electronics plier. So this cuts perfectly flush, as you can see. There is no edge on there, so when you cut something, it's going to be absolutely flush. So these are going to be excellent for for cutting off the little when you're doing soldering and with through-hole soldering. That's going to be great for cutting that kind of stuff, as well as small gauge wiring, as well as preventing your zap straps from being weaponized and absolutely annihilating your hands from the sharp ends. That will prevent that from happening. What else do we have? Oh, yes. Pair of angled diagonal cutters. These will actually cut wire properly. They will actually cut wire properly. Look at the machining on these. Absolutely beautiful. So these will actually cut wire properly. Like I said, back when I actually used to work for a living, I used to use these to cut like screws and nails. Never once wore a set out. Yeah. I know the Rockwell hardness of all these tools is really high too. I think it's like 60 or 70 or something like that. So these are very hardened tools, so they should last a long time with a lot of hard use. In addition to that, of course, Knipex pliers are lifetime warranty. So yeah. Do not use on live circuits. Why would I ever do that? That's how you blow a hole in them. All right, last. Put this down. Ah, yes. All right. And a proper set of needle nose pliers. Now these guys have about 8 or 9 different types of needle nose pliers. They have mechanics pliers, they have straight jaw, they have, oh my god, there's so many different types. I just decided on the most typical basic ones. They're kind of, they have a little bit there. They have serrated edges on the needle nose. They have a little bit for wire cutting in case you need to do that in a pinch. But yeah, these are just absolutely, look at the machining on that. It lines up absolutely perfect. So yes, I almost feel bad about putting beautiful new tools like this into this ratty old toolbox. Actually, for the main reason being is that the humidity is so high in here. What are we up at now? 90%, 85%, something like that. And everything gets that little bit of surface rust on it, as you can see when it's out in the open. It's just surface, but so I don't know what I'm going to do to protect these from doing that, but we'll figure it out, and we'll get those into there, and we'll get these to a Sally Ann maybe.